lot of things have changed and things are getting bigger and better. So what's the big dream?
We're in the midst of an unprecedented demand for energy. And what we really see here is a potential $1 trillion market opportunity for new nuclear being built globally. We see the potential for hundreds of gigawatts and thousands of SMRs to be built over the next two decades. Some of the key drivers of this, it would be first decarbonization, followed by energy security, driven in part by the Ukraine war, and lastly, most recently, the massive demand for energy for AI and data centers. And in particular, small modular reactors allow nuclear to be deployed in a more scalable, cheaper way across a wider range of locations and use cases.
Can you speak a little more about that? Just give us a view of what SMRs, who's using them today, and where do you see them really emerging? Is it every city in the world? Is it every industry? Or is it a nuclear reactor in every background, every backyard?
There's a range of nuclear. So you have the large nuclear reactors, to power large cities or major grids. But the challenge is around the world, most places don't have these large grid infrastructures. So the idea of distributed energy is very important, and that's where SMRs come in. So SMRs can be deployed across the world in a wide range of locations, and you can bring the energy to the customer. So you can have an SMR right next to a data center. You can have an SMR right next to a major industrial zone, right next to a chemical plant. And you don't have to build the expensive and challenging grid infrastructure where you lose a lot of efficiency and you cause a lot of disruption building through neighborhoods and whatnot. And SMRs are, in our technology, we're factory built. So it's components mass manufactured in factories and then shipped to the site in modules and assembled. So greatly reducing the construction time and complexity, which has plagued some of the large nuclear plants in the developed world.
And you have a beautiful product, right? I mean, I've seen the photos of what you shared in your last deck, and it's the ARC 100. You want to talk a little about what's the ARC 100?
So our base model is a 100 megawatt generation 4 advanced SMR. And what we're using is sodium as a coolant. Unlike traditional water-cooled reactors, we use sodium, which is a liquid metal, which gives us a lot of advantages.
What's the life of this plant? 20, 25 years or more?
So our design life is 60 years and it can actually go longer. And one of the interesting points is our refueling cycle is 20 years. So you put the fuel in, you don't need to take it out for 20 years. So this provides very strong energy security for countries who may not have a nuclear infrastructure. It also provides very strong reliability for industrial customers like data centers, where our units can be operating almost all the time. And if you have multiple units stacked together, you get pretty much 100% electricity.
Just last month, you got some kind of a phase 2 pass or a design review of sorts. Do you want to speak more about it?
We've been working with the Canadian regulator, the CNSC, for the past few years on their vendor design review process. And we just completed vendor design review phase 2, which was an in-depth look at our technology through 19 focus areas. And we just got the final report back, which identified no fundamental barriers to licensing our technology in Canada. So this was a major de-risking point for both our technology, our first project, and really validating what we're doing.
The other thing which is exciting is that your project, which was with Brunswick, it's going well and it's on track for 2029, it seems. Is that so?
Yeah, we've had a lot of momentum with our project. So in 2023, our customer, New Brunswick Power, submitted the license to prepare site to the regulator. So we're currently one of 2 nuclear SMR projects under site licensing. The other one is the GE project in Ontario. And really excited with the support that we're getting there and the demand for energy. And this is a project not just for one unit, but for many units.
There's some partnership with a company called Deep Atomic. What's that?
We see partnering with developers who have a specific area of expertise as a key way to scale SMRs. And Deep Atomic is an expert in data centers. They're a developer of data centers. They have a team from Google. And we signed a partnership with them to look at exploring how the ARC 100 can power data centers. We're currently looking at sites across North America. And how do we integrate the ARC 100 with balance of plant to optimize it for data center customers?
So where are you on this journey now, right? You're going to deploy all these, you're signing all these. You have some stuff happening in Korea as well last time.
Yes, so we see a great opportunity, a great collaboration opportunity with our partners in Korea. So over the past few years, we've signed a series of agreements with Korea Hydro Nuclear Power to support the global deployment of the ARC 100. And KHNP is one of the leading global nuclear players. They have 26 nuclear power plants in Korea. They were the key player behind the recent Baraka project and recently selected for the Czech Republic project. They know how to build large nuclear plants, they know how to operate them, and we believe their support and cooperation will enable us to deploy our first units in North America on time and on budget.
And under the current administration in the US, this must be, again, kind of must have a lot of interest. What are you doing in the US at this point?
We're seeing a huge amount of interest for our product, the ARC 100, across North America, including in the US. And so in the US, we've been working for several years with the Department of Energy under the Advanced Reactor Demonstration Program. We have a collaboration with 3 nuclear labs. And as part of this, we are now shortlisting sites to power data centers And we're now getting close to finding the right site in the U.S. And there's a huge amount of momentum in the U.S. coming from some of the recent policies aimed to speed up the licensing process and catalyze customer and investor interest in the space.
How are you doing? I mean, are you raising capital? Where are you on this entire journey?
It's a very busy time. So our main focus now is on the detailed design and licensing of the ARC-100 so that we can start construction on the first projects in Canada. We're also looking at sites in the US.
How do you distribute your time and, let's say, the funding or that you are raising or the deployment of that funding?
So our business model is focused on the technology.
Yeah.
So we work with partners and set up consortiums who will build, own, and operate the power plants. So we're focused on the high margin technology licensing fees, and we put in place the right consortiums for our customers.
So are you still raising, or are you done in this phase? Because you need to be always raising.
So we've raised over $80 million so far.
Yeah.
The majority from non-dilutive government grants from both the US and Canada. We also have raised money from both family offices and strategic investors. And yes, we're always looking. We've had a lot of interest.
So what's the deal for YPO?
We're now finalizing a large strategic round with some of the leaders in the nuclear industry and global industrial companies. We also value YPOs. We have a lot of YPO investors in our company now. So we'd be happy to set up a special vehicle for YPOers to come into our investment round at attractive terms.
James, I think it'll be brilliant. And thanks so much for sharing all this with us today.